Today, we are going to talk about something so powerful, so full of light, that it can change the very course of your life. It is the energy of the powerhouse. This is not just about being strong or successful in the ways the world usually measures. It is about a deep, unshakable commitment to finding your own unique path. Imagine a person who wakes up every single morning with a fire in their heart, a clear sense of purpose that guides their every move. They are not following a map someone else drew for them. Instead, they are creating their own, one bold step at a time, guided by an inner knowing that tells them exactly where they need to go. The powerhouse is a true inspiration because they show us what is possible when we stop trying to fit into a mold that was never meant for us. They have an incredible energy, a vibrant force that seems to flow from an endless wellspring within. This isn't the kind of energy that comes from a good night's sleep or a cup of coffee. It comes from being aligned with who you truly are. It is the energy of authenticity. When you honor your own spirit and listen to its whispers, you tap into a source of strength that can move mountains. The powerhouse reminds us all that our greatest power lies in our individuality, in the special gifts that only we can bring to the world. Think about the moments in your life when you have felt most alive. I bet it was when you were doing something that felt completely and totally you. The powerhouse lives in that space all the time. They have made a conscious choice to turn away from the chorus of shoulds and supposed tos that society so often sings. They understand that their journey is their own, and they embrace it with courage and conviction. They are not afraid to be different, to stand out, or to pursue a dream that others might not understand. This is their secret. They have found their unique direction, and they walk it with a confidence that lights up everyone around them. This journey is not always easy, of course. Forging your own path means there will be times of uncertainty and challenge. But the powerhouse sees these moments not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow stronger and more certain of their purpose. They are fueled by a deep and abiding love for their mission, whatever that may be. This love is what transforms hard work into a joyful expression of their soul. It is what makes them a beacon of hope, showing us all that when you live your truth, you become a force of nature, an unstoppable source of energy and inspiration for yourself and for the world. Have you ever seen someone who is so deeply in love with what they do that it doesn't even look like work? That is the essence of the powerhouse. For them, their work is not a chore or a way to simply pay the bills. It is a calling. It is the place where their passion and their skills come together in a beautiful symphony. They find a field or a craft that they not only excel at, but that they genuinely, profoundly love. This love is the engine that drives them. It fuels their creativity, their dedication, and their relentless pursuit of excellence. They don't have to force themselves to get up in the morning. They are pulled forward by the excitement of what the day holds. This intense passion is magnetic. It creates an energy field around the powerhouse that attracts opportunities like a flower attracts bees. When you are operating from a place of joy and authenticity, the universe conspires to help you. People want to be around that kind of energy. They want to support it, collaborate with it, and be a part of the magic that is being created. The powerhouse doesn't have to chase after success. Success is drawn to them. They become a magnet for good fortune, not because they are lucky, but because their passion sends a clear, powerful signal out into the world, inviting wonderful things to come their way. Think about it. When you are truly passionate about something, you become an expert without even trying. You read everything you can, you talk to people, you practice your craft endlessly, not because you have to, but because you can't help it. This is how the powerhouse excels. Their love for their work drives them to master it. They put in the hours, they refine their skills, and they strive for competence in every detail. This dedication is visible to everyone they meet. It builds a reputation of reliability and brilliance, opening doors that might have remained closed to someone who is just going through the motions. So, the lesson here is a beautiful one. It is that your greatest professional asset is your own joy. When you find what you love, you unlock a source of limitless energy. Your work ceases to be a burden and becomes a platform for your self-expression. You start to attract the right people, the right projects, and the right opportunities to help you grow. The powerhouse teaches us that the path to a fulfilling career is not found in a job title or a salary, but in the heart. When you follow your passion, you don't just build a career. You build a life that is rich with meaning, purpose, and boundless joy. The powerhouse understands a fundamental truth that many of us forget. True prosperity is not just about money. While they are often very successful financially, their focus is on something much deeper and more meaningful. They are driven to create value, to make a contribution, and to build something that lasts. For them, prosperity is a natural result of doing meaningful work that helps others. It is about creating an ecosystem of abundance where everyone involved can thrive. Their goal is not simply to accumulate wealth for themselves, but to generate a flow of energy, resources, and opportunities that benefits the wider community. This focus on meaningful work is what sets them apart. A powerhouse could be a teacher who transforms the lives of her students, a chef who brings people together with nourishing food, or an entrepreneur who builds a company that solves a real-world problem. The specific job doesn't matter as much as the intention behind it. They are always asking, how can I serve? How can my gifts make a difference? This service-oriented mindset is incredibly powerful. It ensures that their work has purpose and integrity, and it creates a legacy that extends far beyond a bank account. Money becomes a tool to amplify their impact, not the end goal itself. Because of this, the powerhouse creates a ripple effect of prosperity. When they build a successful business, they create jobs and support other businesses in their supply chain. When they share their knowledge, they empower others to find their own success. They are generous with their resources, their time, and their wisdom because they operate from a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. They believe there is more than enough to go around, and their actions prove it. They are the living embodiment of the idea that a rising tide lifts all boats, and they are committed to being that tide. So when we look at the powerhouse, we learn that the path to true wealth is paved with purpose. It is about shifting our focus from what can I get to what can I give. When you pour your energy into work that you believe in, work that contributes to the well-being of others, you create a cycle of positive returns. You build not only financial security, but also a wealth of relationships, fulfillment, and a sense of pride in knowing you are making the world a better place. This is the ultimate form of prosperity, an abundance of the soul that enriches your life and the lives of everyone you touch. One of the most beautiful and dynamic aspects of the powerhouse is their relationship with what we can call the feminine energy. This isn't about men and women in the traditional sense, but about two complementary forces that exist within all of us and in our relationships. The powerhouse brings the drive, the direction, the structure, and the unwavering focus. The feminine brings the intuition, the creativity, the nurturing, and the connection to the heart. When these two energies come together in a partnership, whether in business or in life, they create an unstoppable force for positive change. It is a true team, a perfect dance of power and grace. The powerhouse provides the how, and the feminine often illuminates the why. Imagine a ship's captain, focused and skilled, steering the vessel through a storm. That is the powerhouse. The feminine energy is the stars and the compass that provide the deeper guidance, ensuring the ship is not just moving, but moving in the right direction toward a meaningful destination. The powerhouse respects and values this intuitive wisdom. They understand that their logical plans and strategies are made infinitely more powerful when they are infused with heart, compassion, and a connection to a greater purpose. This teamwork creates a powerful synergy that empowers incredible success. The powerhouse's determination gets the project off the ground, while the feminine's creative touch makes it beautiful and resonant. The powerhouse builds the structure and the feminine fills it with life and warmth. Together, they can navigate challenges with both strength and flexibility. They listen to each other, they honor each other's strengths, and they know that they are stronger together than they could ever be apart. This partnership is a source of immense passion and excitement, as they co-create a reality that is both successful and deeply fulfilling. This dynamic is not just for romantic partners. It can exist between business partners, collaborators, or even within a single individual balancing their own masculine and feminine energies. The key is the mutual respect and the understanding that both are essential. The powerhouse's focused energy, when combined with the flowing, intuitive grace of the feminine, creates a whole that is so much greater than the sum of its parts. It is a partnership that can build empires, heal communities, and inspire the world, all while being fueled by a deep and abiding passion for their shared mission. When it comes to raising children, the powerhouse has a very special and empowering approach. They're not interested in creating mini versions of themselves or forcing their children down a predetermined path. Their greatest desire is to help each child discover their own unique spark, their own special gifts. They act as guardians of their children's individuality, creating a safe and supportive environment where the child feels free to explore, to experiment, and to become who they are truly meant to be. They see their children not as clay to be molded, but as seeds to be nurtured, each with its own incredible potential. The powerhouse parent leads by example. Children see their parent living a life of passion and purpose, and, well, this becomes their model for what is possible. They learn that work can be a source of joy, and that it is important to find something you love. Instead of saying, "You should be a doctor or a lawyer," the powerhouse parent asks, "What makes your heart sing? What are you curious about? What do you love to do?" They pay close attention to their child's natural inclinations and talents, whether it's in art, science, sports, or caring for animals. And they provide the resources and encouragement for those interests to flourish. Confidence is, honestly, another key gift the powerhouse gives to their children. By believing so strongly in their child's unique abilities, they instill a deep sense of self-worth. The child grows up knowing that they are valued for who they are, not for how well they conform to external expectations. This creates a foundation of resilience and self-belief that will serve them for their entire lives. They learn that it's okay to be different, that their unique perspective is a strength, and that they have something valuable to contribute to the world just by being themselves. Ultimately, the powerhouse raises children who are not afraid to shine their own light. They raise the next generation of leaders, innovators, and artists who are confident, passionate, and ready to follow their own unique paths. By honoring the individuality of their children, they're doing more than just raising a happy child, they're giving a gift to the world. They're populating the future with people who are aligned with their purpose, ready to use their special gifts to create a brighter, more vibrant, and more authentic world for everyone. The energy of the powerhouse is honestly just wonderfully contagious. It's kind of similar to other archetypes like the influencer or the spark, but with its own distinct flavor. While an influencer might persuade with words and a spark might ignite with a brilliant new idea, the powerhouse inspires through the sheer force of their authentic action. They don't just talk about changing the world, they're actively, passionately, and competently building a better one. Their originality isn't a trend or a persona, it's the natural expression of who they are. And really, this genuineness is what makes their impact so profound and so far-reaching. People are drawn to the powerhouse because they represent a living example of a life fully lived. In a world where so many feel lost or uninspired, the powerhouse stands as a testament to the power of following your own North Star. Their success and fulfillment aren't abstract concepts, they're visible results of their commitment to their unique path. This inspires others to look within and ask themselves, what is my path? What is my passion? The powerhouse awakens a desire in people to break free from their own limitations and to start living a more authentic and purposeful life. This desire to help humanity is, honestly, at the core of the powerhouse's mission. Their work is almost always connected to a bigger vision of progress and well-being. They're not content to simply succeed for themselves, they want to lift others up with them. Whether they're creating innovative technologies, building stronger communities, or sharing wisdom that empowers others, their goal is to contribute to the greater good. They understand that their personal success is magnified when it serves a collective purpose. And this makes them natural leaders and mentors, guiding others toward their own potential. Like a stone dropped into a still pond, the powerhouse's passion creates ripples that spread out in all directions. Their originality encourages others to be original. Their competence inspires others to pursue excellence. Their success shows others what is possible when you align your work with your soul. They start a chain reaction of positive change, not by telling people what to do, but by showing them what a life of passion and purpose actually looks like. This is their greatest legacy. The countless lives they touch and inspire to unleash their own unique gifts upon the world. While passion is the fuel, it is competence and efficiency that build the engine of the powerhouse's success. They understand that having a great idea or a noble mission is just not enough. You must have the skills to bring that vision to life. That's why they are deeply committed to mastery. They're not dabblers, they're dedicated students of their craft. They put in the time and effort required to become truly excellent at what they do. This competence is the foundation upon which their entire enterprise is built. It earns them respect, builds trust, and ensures that their work is of the highest quality. Efficiency is another one of their superpowers. The Powerhouse doesn't waste time or energy on things that don't matter. They have a laser-like focus on their goals and are honestly masters of prioritization. They know how to streamline processes, eliminate distractions, and make the most of every minute. This isn't about being a robot, it's about being smart with their most valuable resource, their energy. By working efficiently, they can accomplish an incredible amount without burning out. That allows them to sustain their efforts over the long term and continue building their vision year after year. However, one of the most important keys to their success is flexibility. While they are focused and determined, they're not rigid. The Powerhouse knows that the path to any great achievement is never a straight line. There will be unexpected challenges, changing circumstances, and new opportunities that arise. They're able to adapt, pivot, and adjust their plans without losing sight of their ultimate goal. This combination of unwavering focus and strategic flexibility allows them to navigate the complexities of the world with grace and skill, turning potential setbacks into stepping stones. Think of them as master builders. They have the blueprint, their vision, the strong foundation, their competence, and the best tools, their efficient systems. But they're also wise enough to know when they need to adjust the blueprint based on the terrain. They don't get discouraged when they hit bedrock, they simply find a new way to build. This powerful combination of passion, competence, efficiency, and flexibility is what allows the Powerhouse to not just dream big dreams but to actually construct them in the real world, creating lasting structures of success and meaning. One of the most important lessons the Powerhouse teaches us is about the immense danger of compromise. Not the healthy kind of compromise in a relationship, but the kind that involves compromising your soul. This happens when you settle for a life that's less than the one you are capable of living. It's the decision to take the safe job instead of pursuing your passion, to silence your own voice to please others, or to shrink your dreams to fit into a smaller reality. The Powerhouse knows that this kind of compromise is a slow poison to the human spirit. It blocks fulfillment, drains your energy, and stops your growth in its tracks. When you compromise on your core truths, you create a disconnect between your inner self and your outer life. This internal conflict is, honestly, exhausting. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to pretend to be someone you're not, or to do work that doesn't align with your values. That is energy that could be used to create, to build, and to experience joy. Settling for less might feel easier or safer in the short term, but over time it leads to a feeling of emptiness, regret, and a nagging sense that something essential is missing from your life. It's the slow fading of your own light. The Powerhouse refuses to pay this price. They have an unwavering self-belief that acts as their shield against the temptation to settle. They believe so deeply in their own vision and their ability to achieve it that they're willing to endure temporary uncertainty or disapproval from others. They know that their integrity is their most valuable asset. This self-belief isn't arrogance, it's a deep, quiet confidence that comes from being in touch with their own inner truth. It's the voice that says, I am worthy of a life that is a full expression of who I am. So we must ask ourselves, where in our lives are we settling? Where are we playing small? The Powerhouse challenges us to look at these areas with courage and honesty. They show us that the path to true fulfillment requires us to say no to the things that dim our light, so we can say a wholehearted yes to the things that make us come alive. It's a call to honor our own potential and to believe in ourselves enough to pursue a life that's not a compromise, but a celebration of our unique spirit. The cost of settling is just too high. The truth is, there is a Powerhouse inside every single one of us. It's that part of you that knows what you are truly capable of. It's the voice of your deepest passions and your highest aspirations. The final, and honestly most important message, is a call to action. It is time to awaken that energy within yourself. It begins with a simple, honest conversation with yourself. Take a moment to get quiet and ask, what do I truly love? What work would I do even if no one paid me? What is the unique gift that I am meant to share with the world? Listen to the answers without judgment. Once you have identified that spark of passion, the next step is to cultivate competence. Believe in your ability to become excellent. Whatever your chosen field is, commit to mastering it. Read the books, take the classes, find the mentors, and practice, practice, practice. Competence is the currency of respect, and it's what will transform your passion from a hobby into a powerful force for prosperity. Do not be afraid to start as a beginner. Every master was once a student. Your self-belief will grow with every new skill you acquire, creating a positive feedback loop of confidence and capability. Now, I want you to look at your life and recognize where you might be settling for less than you deserve. Is it in a job that drains your soul, a relationship that dims your light, a dream you have put on a shelf? Acknowledging these compromises is the first step toward changing them. It takes courage, but you have that courage within you. Start by taking one small step toward the life you truly want. Maybe it's signing up for that art class, updating your resume for a job in a field you love, or dedicating 1 hour a week to your passion project. Small steps taken consistently build unstoppable momentum. You have the power to create a life of incredible energy, abundance, and transformation. It's not something reserved for a special few. It is your birthright. Embrace your uniqueness. Cultivate your skills. Believe in your worth. Use your powerhouse energy to build a life that not only fulfills you but also contributes to the well-being of everyone around you. You're here to make a difference. Let your light shine brightly, and in doing so, you'll give others permission to do the same. Go out there and build the magnificent life you were born to live.